Welcome back to this channel for practice problems for actuarial exams. My name is Krzysztof Ostaszewski. You can find information about me at smarturl.it/Jedi. I direct the actuarial program at Illinois State University. You can find information about it at smarturl.it/actuary. If you'd like to make a tax-deductible donation to support our students, please go to smarturl.it/help ISU actuary. This is a problem for exam MFE. Judy decides to take a short position in 20 contracts of S&P 500 futures. Each contract is for the delivery of 250 units of the index at the price of $1,500 per unit, exactly 1 month from now. The initial margin is 5% of the notional value, and the maintenance margin is 90% of the initial margin. Judy earns a continuously compounded risk-free interest rate of 4% on her margin balance. The position is marked to market on a daily basis. On the day of the first marking to market, the value of the index drops to $14.98. On the day of the second marking to market, the value of the index is X, and Judy is not required to add anything to the margin account. Calculate the largest possible value of X. Well, in this case, the notional value of this short futures position is 1,500 times 20 times 250, so 7.5 million. The initial margin requirement is 5% of 7.5 million, which is 375,000, and the maintenance margin requirement is 90% of that 375,000, so 337,500. Now Judy has a short position, so the value of her margin account moves in the opposite direction of the moves in the value of the index. At the first marking to market, when the index has fallen to 14.98, the margin account balance is the balance that she had, 375, increased with interest over 1 day at 4% continuously compounded annual, so that's why it's multiplied by e to the 0.04 times 1 over 365. The index declines from 1,500 to 14.98. Times 20 times 250 establishes the complete amount of the change in the notional amount, and that brings the balance to 385,041.10. Now the index has declined, so she made money because she's short. That's why there's an increase here. For Judy not to get a margin call at the second marking to market, the value of the index X would have to rise so that the account balance decreases to the lowest balance that she is allowed to keep, the maintenance margin, which is 337,500. So it has to be that the balance of the account then would be, well, in 1 day the previous balance accumulates at the continuously compounded rate of interest of 0.04, and then X would have to be larger than 14.98 because she's short, but the change in the value would be 14.98 minus X times 20 times 250, and all this would have to be after the adding that change to the balance with interest, previous balance accumulated with interest, it would be 337,500. And this is a linear equation in X. We solve it and we get 1507.52, which is an increase, as you can see, from 14.98 and from the initial value that she started with at 1,500 value of the index. And that's answer E. And that's the end of this problem. Please remember, this is copyrighted material. Problems from the Society of Actuaries belong to the Society of Actuaries and are reproduced with permission. Good luck in your studies and good luck on the test.